Hi, Nick Houston here for Gotham Sound and Communications with Paul Johnson from Q5X, live at NAB 2023. How are you, Paul?
Great to see you.
Great.
Wonderful.
Thanks for being here. So we're live on the internet. If anybody has any questions for Paul, please put them in the comments section and we'll get to them at the end. So Paul, Q5X, not just a wireless manufacturer, but now also a distributor for NESO 2.4 Wavenet. Tell me what this is.
Well, for years we've been asked, and we're well known for our player mics. Everybody's asked us about an IFB system. And we've been working on something in the background for ourselves for a while, but I discovered this system from Spain. So this is something that has been around for a number of years. It's ready to go. We're doing the certification for North America right now, and we've negotiated the distribution agreement for all of North America. So it's basically an IFB. You'd be very familiar with the general appearance of it. So in-ear receivers and behind-the-ear receivers, which is kind of interesting. So this actually has a little bit better range in terms of the distance that you can walk away from the transmitter with this. Because of the nature of the way it inserts into the ear, it doesn't block the ear like an earplug. You can actually hear the ambient sound very, very well. So we're very excited by this. So we've negotiated to be able to distribute this in North America. It's a 2.4 gigahertz system called the NESO 2.4. The manufacturer is Wavenet out of Spain. And it is a frequency hopping system, 83 frequencies it spreads across on spread spectrum, and the hops occur 1,500 times a second, so very, very robust signal. I actually did a field trial of this at the NBA All-Star game in Salt Lake City a few weeks ago, and I was able to, with one antenna, get coverage of the entire court for basketball and well into the VOMs with one antenna. So I did that at halftime, which is probably the worst RF environment you're going to find in a stadium. So very excited by that. This comes in with a removable speaker. So this little spot here, you can pry it open. This speaker disconnects with a plug, and you can exchange the speaker between talent as well. So you don't have to. You can use it one receiver and give multiple speakers to different talent. This operates for 24 hours. Wow. So it's very good.
Is it rechargeable, or is it
there's a rechargeable version.
But this has a button cell battery.
This one has a button cell battery. There's a rechargeable version as well. So again works for actually I said 34 hours for this. Then the in-ears, there's a left and a right, and these are coded with the red writing for the right ear, blue writing for the left ear, so there's slightly different configuration for each ear. And again, these run on button cells as well, little tiny batteries. You can pop one out and replace the battery sits right in there.
Looks like a size 10 or something like that.
And similarly with this one, the battery sits here.
Slightly bigger. Nice. Well, it seems like the proof would be in the pudding, so maybe we should bring a ball player over and do a range test.
One other thing to say, in terms of this, the transmitter can be paired to as many receivers as you want. So if you wanted to, for instance, in our sports environments, if you wanted to put a receiver on the entire team, you could put a receiver on every team member and speak to them through the one transmitter. As well, each of the receivers can be paired to 3 different transmitters, and you can switch it by pushing the button on the top of the receiver.
Oh, wow.
So, again, if you have
the same on this?
There's a button on the end. Yeah, there's a little button on the end of here. You push that to switch between the 3 channels. So you can set it up in zones. If you have different environments and someone has the IFB and they just want to walk from one studio to another, you can have a different transmitter in each studio and just switch between them using this. Or in a sports environment, you could actually have a football. You could have an offensive channel and a defensive channel, and switch between them if you wanted.
Cool.
How many systems simultaneously in the same area?
Unlimited receivers.
How many different transmitters can you have?
I'm uncertain of that, but with the frequency hopping, it would certainly be in excess of a dozen.
Of a dozen, okay.
The latency is maximum of 20 milliseconds. Because of the frequency hopping is variable, typically it's lower than 18 milliseconds. The output power is 100 milliwatts, so you get very good range.
Great. Okay, great. So we're ready for our range test? All right, let's get our ball player over here. Let's see, we have going to say P is for pirates.
I don't know, guys.
Okay.
Jason thinks there's a lot of interference here.
Okay.
So as I go out, we'll see. You think, what's the challenge? I've got it in my ear. Can we see it? It's playing Spanish music.
Okay, great.
Can you hear?
We cannot hear the
I got
music,
this
but you can.
I've got the dance going. Okay,
right.
I'm headed to the concourse sign.
All right, so
we're going to
let's
see if
how
I can
far
make it
Nancy
all the way
from
to the
Q5X
concourse
can
sign.
make it.
You can take bets. Any bets on can I make it to the concourse sign? I'm going.
Okay. So while she's
Concourse
going,
sign,
let's.
here I come. No
So
one
you
thinks I can
do.
make it all the way.
You said you were working on the All-Star game
Yes.
for the NBA.
Yes, so this was just a demonstration and a trial we did at the All-Star game.
Keep going there, Pete. We want to see how far she gets. But so you did a demo of this at the All-Star game,
Yes.
so with actual players.
Yes.
All right, and I think we've got the. She's still going. Look at that. So she's at the concourse sign. So she's easy.
So this is a crazy environment.
She made it at least 150 feet.
150 feet, yeah.
Yeah. There we
And
go.
this is as well. This is a pretty rough environment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we saw a frequency scan at Sound Devices booth, and it was pretty intense. All right, so you made it at least 150 feet. Yeah.
Sounded great all the way through. Cut out just before. The last time we did it and we did a test, I was out the door and could almost go get French fries.
Yeah.
It was great.
I wish you'd gotten French
great.
fries. I could use some food. All right, so anything else you want to say about NESO or Wavenet?
I think that covers we are currently in the process. This is now certified in Europe. We're in the process of certifying it for North America. We're hoping to have that done in the month of May.
Okay.
So these will be available to ship hopefully in June.
June, July, something like that. Great, fantastic. And I want to highlight one other thing about our ball player here. So there's a little trick in her hat, is this new mic.
So this is purely a prototype. This is very raw at this stage. But the idea is to integrate our player mic in a unique format with a microphone so that you can just walk up to an athlete, put this on their head. Now they're completely mic'd. No running cables, no taping down labs inside of a jersey or a uniform. Just pop the mic on, it's gone. It's nicely balanced. We're working on making sure there's no visibility to it up inside the brim that would interfere with the line of sight. And you don't want to have an athlete move or bend and have it fall off their head. So right now, those are the things that we're finalizing on the look and feel. The tech's still the same, it's just a different format.
And what's the name of that particular one?
Oh, we're still debating that. Paul likes to just stick mic after everything. So in Paul's world, this is a hat mic.
Oh.
We actually make transmitters. This is the first time it actually has a mic. So he might win, and this might be the hat mic.
Could be the brim mic.
Could be the brim mic.
There you
Do
go.
you have any intellectual property rights on that? You don't
I
want to
do
take your
now.
copyright? There you go.
That's
Copyright Gotham on the brim mic.
Perfect.
Great.
All right, and so thank you so much for watching. We've got 1 or 2 more videos left today from NAB 2023. We'll see you soon.